Hey there all you handsome bastards and classy ladies, and welcome back to some more Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Now before we get into the gameplay, I just want to highlight a really nice feature for you, and it was something that I was really looking forward to seeing how it works. So what you can do, when you go into Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, you're going to find an option in the main menu, just like this one, and it's going to say upload MGS5 GZ save data. So what you got to do, you go into Ground Zeroes, you do that, it uploads your save data to PSN, it just goes up into the cloud. You then boot up the Phantom Pain. When you go to the main menu, you're going to have this option, download MGS5 GZ save data. Do that, it'll only take you a few seconds. It will then install your save data from Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, and you get some nice extra features, to be honest with you. So what you get the sneaking suit that Snake had in Ground Zeroes, which is very handy. You also get any POWs that you rescued. You get Hideo Kojima himself as a recruit. If you rescued the guys, you know, the eye and the finger, I think it was Glaz and Politz were their names. If you rescued them, they also join you as recruits. And yeah, so basically anyone that you extracted will join your army in this as well. No, the only thing is the recruits won't join you straight away. You do have to do a few of the main story missions first, and then they'll join you. So don't worry if you download the data and nothing happens straight away. You will get it. The sneaking suit itself as well will have to be developed through your R&D team, but again, it's an instant manufacturing process, and it doesn't eat up too many resources or GMP either, so it's very easily done. So yeah, that's just a nice little feature. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit continue. I do believe we were just about to rescue Kazuhira Miller. Oh, and we got ourselves an awkward loading screen too, and it's very possible I won't get to edit this out before I upload it, because I'm a forgetful kind of guy. By the way, I'm going to be streaming this over the next few days as well, quite a bit. Just outside of my recording, I am going to be streaming it on Twitch as well, so do check that out as well. I said as well a lot in those sentences. I really did. Alright, episode 1, Phantom Limbs.
The area ahead is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
Getting used to it? After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect one.
Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid.
In a moment, I'm just enjoying the pretty graphics for a second.
You see Wandi on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority.
Marker placed.
Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your int scope?
He said that so creepishly, you know, should I say your int scope, as if it was some sort of inside
See
joke.
the village? Straight ahead? To the right. Alright, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it.
There's something glinting up there that seems important to me.
That's Violo Village, the Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dewandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is.
Okay, I'm actually going to place my marker over the
Marker
wrong
target,
target.
boss.
Use your binoculars to focus in on Davialo Calais village and mark it.
Marker
Good.
placed.
Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way.
He can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dewandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees. You'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Ooh, dramatic. Alright, so what we'll do first is we'll check out that village down below before we move on to Dagwandair, which I think is one of the best names I've ever heard for any village ever. But yeah, I do love the fact that Ocelot, after being more or less a villain in every other Metal Gear Solid game, I love the fact that he's actually now an ally. I also love Shalashaska. That's a pretty awesome nickname to have. I think we actually have a cassette tape that we can play in a minute that would explain how he got the nickname. And
there's a Soviet guard post. There are bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in the center of your field of view.
And a rock just got in the way as I was closing it. That was damned unfortunate. Alright, hang on. Let's zoom in on this guy here.
That's marking. Focus on the thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map. Security at that guard post is relatively light. Looks like the perfect place for a warm-up. Try to remember the ways you used to deal with enemies. Anytime you need advice, just give me a call.
Alright, I'm inclined
Sight,
to agree.
Sound. Keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
Okay. Isn't that something that Kaz said in Ground Zeroes as well? I think he said it more or less verbatim, you know, word for word. There's another guy. Seems to just be these two guys for now, anyway. Let's see if we can interrogate this guy and get ourselves some useful information. Oh, spit it out, buddy.
Не стреляй, пожалуйста, не стреляй!
Boss, you don't understand what he said? I guess that makes sense. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain. If only we had a recruit with the Russian interpreter skill, we could get by with simultaneous interpretation.
That is such an
Don't leave
inconvenience.
bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Ah, he's probably fine. He blends right in. Because wasn't Big Boss? I think he was. I can't remember if it was Solid Snake or Big Boss, but one of them was fluent in like 7 different languages, 5 to 7 anyway.
That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
But I think they were fluent in 5 or 7 different languages, which I would imagine takes quite a bit of time and quite a bit of practice. So it must be an absolute pain in the ass to miss out on all of that. Just because you got some shrapnel stuck in your skull. Ooh, flower picking.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime.
Because apparently Big Boss is now a Witcher. Himself and Geralt, my god, that would be a team. I'm going to show you something amazing, people. The bionic arm. Because we can't interrogate this guy anyway, so we might as well just have some fun with him. Oh. Well, that sucks. Oh, shit. There we go.
Guard post captured.
Damn it. Okay, what I was going to do... I like that he clipped his legs out while I was on the ground. Big Boss is getting... He's getting canny. He's getting savvy, you know? But what you can do is... I'll just show you. And you just sock him right in the face with your robotic fist. And I love the sound effect that you get. The only thing about it though is they say it's non-lethal, that it just...
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering?
Yeah, so they're basically going to be used for building up Mother Base later on, for building more support struts and whatnot. But we won't have to worry about that for quite a while, I would say. So yeah, you have to use GMP and materials to build up your base. It can get huge. From what I've seen, it can get gigantic.
The whole wilderness on foot? Use your horse.
Psst. Horse shit, my friend. I don't need it. Wish I had my horse. Okay. But yeah, you use those materials to build up your Mother Base. Without them, you can't really do much. I don't think you need them for developing weapons and stuff, though. I think that's strictly just GMP. Well, GMP plus your...
arrived at Mother Base.
GMP plus your staff. You would need your Mother Base.
You're almost at the enemy outpost, Violo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village? How about it? Look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there. A parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Okay. It was mainly just a Soviet flag that makes me think that's got something in there for us. I'm not seeing a whole lot of enemy activity though, which is either very reassuring or it's completely lulling me into a false sense of security. I haven't really decided yet. So it's a bit of a dilemma. Do I just charge in or should I keep looking? Ah well, when life gives you dilemmas, make the lemonade. We'll just keep on going. I'm gonna use this logic, you know, like a blind man at an orgy. We're just gonna have to feel things out. We just see how it goes. And like a midget at a urinal, we just stay on our toes. Those are two absolutely great phrases. I'm glad I got to fit both into the one set. Oh, I broke someone's pot. Well, I'm gonna get an earful once they catch on to that. Okay. So yeah, I'm guessing the game probably has very lightly populated areas at the start. That's alright. It's part of my strategy. Part of my Grandmaster plan. That's why they call him Grandmaster Big Boss. He has a title before his title. Actually, if he wants to come over here and talk this out like men, and by that I mean with our fists, then he's more than welcome to it. Because what I'll do is, if he rounds the wall, I'll just hop over it. I'll creep up behind him and take him out. Although I am losing my patience with this guy. He is, for someone who thinks he might have just spotted an intruder, he is in no rush whatsoever. We're just going to have to time the wall hop quite nicely. That's all we're going to have to do. Although, you know what, we could probably... No, I'll have the wall. It's a bit of an awkward angle for... Oh yeah, he is terrible at his job. There we go. Sleep it off, buddy. It's been a long day. Now, we can't actually Fulton anybody out yet. That won't become available until a little bit. I think pretty much once we rescue Kaz, that's when you get to Mother Base, and then that's where you can start Fultoning people. And then after... People have to stop leaving pots behind their doors. Smashing up all of their possessions. But once you get there, then you can then start, you know, building up your Mother Base and your forces and your diamond dogs and everything. Okay. We've got another guy down there. Plus the mortar. Now you can take mortars and machine gun emplacements and everything like that. You can steal those, but you can't do it just yet. You do have to upgrade your Fulton before you can do it. Again, if he wants to check this out, if he wants to dance, then that's fine with me. You can probably slip on under here. Because there's that Soviet flag, so we're getting close to where we want to be. Bless you, bless you. Yeah, I was thinking that was an odd angle. Oh, and he's got a friend, which doesn't help. Oh, this is gonna have to work. Yeah, that'll do it. I do absolutely love the bionic arm, but I do refuse to believe that it's non-lethal. They got punched with a mechanical fist to the face at full sprint. Ooh, got some music. I do love the 80s soundtrack, by the way, in this. Although my favorite is still, you know, the opening sequence, "The Man Who Stole the World." I think that was originally Nirvana, and then but that was a cover of it. It wasn't the actual Nirvana version, but the version that they had in the opening thing was fantastic. Alright, we're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing okay. Now, I would imagine with these resources, right, there are gigantic containers that you can get as well, but they don't seem to be obtainable until you upgraded your Fulton by quite a bit.
You have arrived at your destination.
Intel. I have to say, I do love...
Extraction
Now we know where
arrived
Miller
at Mother
is.
Base.
I'm marking it on your iDroid.
The map has been
take a look here.
updated.
So that's where we're headed. What we'll do is we'll remove marker C.
removed.
We'll get to marker B, and then we'll go up to Dagwan Dehar. Oh, the marker B is 161 kilometers away. You know what, we'll do it. We'll check it out, because I think it might have been another rough diamond. And then after that, we'll mount D-Horse, and we'll just, we'll then make our way.
Sun's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, or who knows when you'll bump into an enemy.
Well, we got our night vision goggles, which gives us a distinct advantage over them. Alright, I'm just gonna break it into full sprint. Now, you see the fact that, there we go. But you see the way that big boss is covered in blood at the moment from when I got knifed after I messed up my bionic arm assault earlier. Maybe I'm missing the... I might have just run past the building altogether. I might have tagged the wrong thing, because that is not a building. Unless it was some sort of a mirage. you know what?
Marker removed.
There we go. Forget it. Let's just get Kaz. Let's just not get sidetracked right now. The poor guy's been tortured for long enough.